Montgomery, Alabama. We're at the Capri Theater July 9th. Tickets are on sale if you use code JAZZY. Come on, let's sell this theater out. The last time we were there, they said something about like we broke some record. It's kind of cool. I want to do it again, so let's fucking do it. Come out July 9th. We got so many good comedians on it that you're gonna die laughing at. Please come out. Also, Austin, Texas, July 16th, I'm going to be at the Creek in the Cave with my buddy Cody Myers and Roderick McDaniel. I love these guys. They got a show that's at, I think it starts at 8 or 10, but it's in Austin, Texas. It's called The Forge. Buy tickets. I think tickets are only $5. Let's sell that one out. I want people there. I know probably 8 people are watching this. One of them, I know, maybe 2 of them, I know you're going to be there. So, but everyone else, come on, let's go to Austin, Texas. Let's have fun. All right, let's get into this episode.
That guy's good. Who is he? I don't know.
He's good.
What did I tell you?
He is ridiculous.
Yeah, he's kind of funny.
Both were in heavy rotation.
Oh, it is my pleasure to introduce to you a very funny man.
Jasper!
Jasper, what are you doing?
Jasper, you idiot! How dare you call me out?
But we don't.
All right, this is episode 2 of the weekly rotation. I'm the host, Jasper Cruz. Thank you for everybody tuning in. I got a lot I want to talk about this week. I've been really excited about doing this podcast. I've been telling a lot of people, trying to get some people to listen, because I'm really enjoying this. It's a good outlet for me. I don't get to perform as much as I've been wanting to, but I've been writing a lot of stuff down. I'm ready to get into this episode, dude. It's been a crazy week. I don't even know where to begin. This week has been absolutely insane. I feel like there are so many things that we could talk about in this. Okay, so I know last week I said I was very excited to see 28 years later. I was so excited. I read reviews and maybe like I read some like kind of spoiling reviews because I really am picky about spending money now. So I don't want to spend money to go see a movie that I might hate. So I read some reviews and from what I saw, the reviews were not good. Like people were disappointed. And they were explaining why. And it was like simple reasons why. Like it seemed very reasonable. And so I got a little bummed. And so I got on my my website that I kind of watch things. We won't talk about that, but I decided to watch a version of it. And just, it was a good version of it. So I was like, hey, I'll sit here. But before I watched it, I watched all of the, I watched all of the films in order. First, I like started at like 7 in the morning. I woke up. I watched 28 Days Later, enjoyed it. A little more gorier than I expect, but I liked the editing was hectic. It was a rageful zombie movie, and that was cool. Then I watched 28, Weeks Later? That movie's fun from start to finish. It's a masterpiece to me. I just like the snipers, and they're just going down on everybody. Pause. I didn't mean to say it like that, but they were, yeah, y'all, if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. It was awesome. I still love that movie. And they played so many good horror aspects in that movie. And but I hate that the ending of the 28 Weeks Later, they teased the zombies were in Paris. And I was like, oh, dude, I wish they would have done that. But no, they decided to go to Scotland this time, the Highlands. And dude, I'll tell you what, the first 45 minutes of this movie was, it was intense, but it was worth a watch. We gotta be spoiler free with this, by the way. There's a cool, it feels like it's a story that's gonna be told between a son and father. But then after 45 minutes, it literally felt like somebody else directed this movie after 45 minutes. It felt like it was a YouTube short film, and then someone just added on, Sony sprinkled in another, I'd say, hour and 20 minutes, and it was terrible. And the one thing I will complain about that may be a spoil to some people, but there are a lot of zombie in there. The zombies are naked. I understand it's 28 years later. You can show at an angle, like camera and kind of blurry, that they're naked from a distance. But I'm talking about you get multiple camera shots of just zombie people of all kinds. And it's like, why? And that's why I was like literally standing up by the TV, like, what is happening in this movie? And then there's a scene, like, there's so many things that you're just like, why? Why did they put this? Because they switched the whole movie. It feels like it's two separate movies directed by two separate people. And so I was very disappointed. And then the movie ended and it felt like a cutscene from a Call of Duty Zombies map. It was wild. I don't know how to feel about it. And apparently they have more coming out. And it seems like they're trying to money grab now. Sony realized that a lot of people were begging for some 28 whatever later. So they're going to give it to them. I guarantee we're probably going to get like a 28 months later, since we never got that. I think that's going to be the prequel to this, because I don't know. There's so many things that just didn't make sense, but they're trying to make as many as possible, and I guess I'll watch it. It's like they're bad, but you still have to watch. It's like the Fast and the Furious movies. It's hard to really explain, but people who are fans of the Fast and Furious movies, trust me, they're fans of the Fast and Furious movies. And those movies are insane. Don't even get me started on Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Don't get me started on him. It is June. I've been closing out Pride Month by doing what every straight man should do, and that's watch the show Queer Eye on Netflix. I'm telling you, that show is free therapy. I mean, I know Netflix isn't free, but that show, dude, it makes you feel so many emotions. It's like watching Meet the Robinsons or like the beginning of Up over and over again. Like, it has a way to boost serotonin levels. And I'm caught up on Queer Eye. I love Queer Eye. I've watched it for years. It's just such a good show. They change these people's lives. Like, they go into these people's lives. Some of them are racist and homophobic, and they have them at the end of these like episodes, like these homophobic guys that'll be on there. They'll be holding hands and hugging these 5 gay guys. If you don't know what Queer Eye is, it's about 5 gay guys that all specialize in like different things. And it's so entertaining to watch. It's like extreme home makeover, but they do it in like to like your personal life. Like, one person teaches them how to cook, one person takes them shopping, one person completely redoes their house, and the other one gives them really good life coaching. Like, reminds them like they still have purpose. It's really good. And like, so I'm caught up. And this new season is the first time they had a new person replace someone that was in the past like 8 seasons. And I was a little skeptical about this guy. But dude, after finishing the season, I love him. If you watch the show, Bobby who? I'm just saying, I loved Bobby. He was a cool guy. He did a lot. He was a miracle worker. But this guy that they have in this last season of Queer Eye, that dude, I don't know what God blessed his hands with. Like, if redecorating and home renovating is a superpower, like if someone is a villain and they're like, I'm so messy, that dude's like, I'm gonna fix everything. He's like, I'm putting stained wood over here, I'm redoing here, I'm breaking this wall, I'm putting an island in here, I'm putting an island in your bathroom. Dude, it's insane. It's like Pimp My Ride in houses, but it's like stuff that people need. And they like redo their fashions. Dude, if you don't watch it, watch Queer Eye. Watch it. And if you're married, watch it with your wife, dude. It's such a bonding thing. Me and my wife literally cry and just bond over it. It's so sweet. It teaches you a lot about how life in general, and how what it explains like everybody's going through something. Because dude, we're going through a lot right now. And I know right now I'm kind of just talking to myself, but dude, we're pretty close to World War III at this point. And that's crazy. I'm not trying to get dark or anything, but I'm definitely not trying to get drafted. I'm telling you, if they try to put me back in the military, I'm gonna act like I lost a brain cell or something. Like, I'm just gonna stare at them. My wife's gonna be like, yeah, he hasn't talked in like 2 years. I'm just, I'm gonna have some drool fall out, and they're just like, oh yeah, he can't go to the military. I can't do that, dude. I mean, Trump was doing crazy things. It's so comical because it's like the first time a president really just tweets about it. He's like, yeah, by the way, guys, it may be really late at night. I decided to bomb Iran. Did I ask for permission? I don't have to. I'm the president. And it's crazy, like, that someone has the power to do that. And we're just all in America like, cool. Why is rent so high? I'm not going to say it's bad living. It's just like, damn, why is everything so expensive? But I was in the gas station the other day, and I pulled up to the gas pump, and I noticed that they had, like, paper over the other things other than, like, normal gas. And I went in and I was like, can I get, $20 on pump 3? And he was like, you're getting regular gas, right? And I was like, yeah. He was like, good, because I'm out of everything else. And I was like, nice. And he immediately looked at the guy next to him at the register and said, raise gas to $2.98. And I'm like, standing there, he's like, no, after this guy, raise gas to $2.98. And I'm just sitting there like, I don't know what I just did. I guess I made them mad. And I'm like, $2.98. I wonder what gas was, because I really don't even look at gas at this point, because it's something you have to get. And I look up and I'm like, the gas sign says $2.68, and I'm like, you're telling me this guy just raised gas 30 cents just because he ran out of the other gas? He's like, gotta charge more for the only thing I have. I don't know. That was just weird. And it was just crazy to watch that transaction happen so quickly. But for all my people who live in the South, I think Alabama and Texas is kind of going through the same thing right now. They're like really getting strict on this THC ban stuff. And dude, the vape store in my hometown got raided, and like they immediately, someone posted on Facebook, because I'm still on that toxic City Uncut Facebook group, and dude, someone just immediately put vape store got raided, and everybody in the comments, there was probably 300 comments within 10 minutes. And I was just reading through them, and people were like, yeah, apparently they were selling real like THC and weed through their storefront for many years, and like they're just boldly accusing them in the market. Like, they're boldly accusing them on everything, like on all these newspapers and everything. And like they're saying, like, a bunch of guys just went in there and ripped the vape store apart because, like, on July 1st, which is also my birthday. Like, how are you going to bring me a gift on my birthday? Like, a birthday gift on my birthday? That's the worst birthday gift. Yo, they're going to ban all THC they're going to ban all THC products on my birthday. Like, do they want me to just give up? Do they want to be like, oh, yeah, you're right. There's no reason to even... What if I wanted to just go to the gas station and get a gummy and just get in the couch for a minute and watch Rick and Morty or the regular show, dude? I'd watch, yeah, for my birthday, that'd be good. But I can't do that now because it's going to be highly illegal. And I'm very mad about it, but they're raiding vape stores. That's absolutely insane before the ban even happens. Like, they're taking everything from these people. If vape stores in hometowns keep getting raided, dude, the South might revolt. You don't want to take these nicotine from these Southern people. They're going to be itching to do something. And y'all are raiding their only source? Y'all gotta chill. I've been working on some yo-yo tricks. I might put them in. I did them earlier. My yo-yo's pretty shitty right now, but I'm buying a new one, or I got a new one that's going to be here tomorrow. That's a really good one. Like, drop some money on it. I'm pretty Pretty hyped for it. But I got that one coming in tomorrow, and I've been at work just doing all kinds of yo-yo tricks. It's like, yeah, I used to yo-yo in high school because it was just, I was bored at high school. And when I'm walking the halls, it was just something cool to do. Me and my homeboy would just like literally yo-yo to dubstep. And we were like, dude, let's just be different and try to have a yo-yo gang. So we did. And we had t-shirts. We each had like 2 t-shirts that just said dub yo. Because we were starting a little gang. We had people at our school with yo-yos. Like we had them separated in groups. Like if you could make a yo-yo like loop and like countlessly, we would call you a looper. If you have one that like sits, like kind of like walking a dog, we'd call you a sleeper. And like we had like shirts that were like uniformed. We wanted to like really take it seriously. Like we were watching YouTube videos, learning tricks. Dude, it was crazy. And then we just dropped it. It was insane. Like that was so cool to do. And now I'm doing it at work. Like my job as a security guard is just to stand at the door for hours all night. And so I decided to bring my yo-yo because my homeboy Carter brought his little cheap yo-yo. And I was like, dude, I might bring mine. I really used to yo-yo. So I brought this little $5 one I got from Hobby Lobby that does some tricks. And I've just been doing all kinds of stuff. And I'm like, dude, I got to get a new one. I got to get one that can spin so I can look more Asian. But I'm definitely going to put some of the video. I was doing them in the beginning. My yo-yo's worn down because I need put some WD-40 on it, the bearing and the string. Like I said, it was $5 from Hobby Lobby. It's not doing good. It's gone through it because I've been throwing it, dude. And I can throw a yo-yo. I'm nervous about my new one because I'm scared it might be too light because I need some with like some weight on it that'll sit. Because this thing, my knuckles are getting so bruised. Like, I know that's kind of weird to say, but my knuckles aren't bruised from punching things. My knuckles are bruised from like yo-yoing. That shit hurts. It's been a crazy week in UFC too. Jamal Hill versus Roundtree Jr. From what I heard, it was kind of a boring fight because Roundtree was being defensive. I think I was at work or I was doing something with my daughter. But I was like, I always try to keep up if I can't watch like on ESPN. I always try to keep up with the fight stats. And I always immediately keep up. Like I am on the UFC Instagram watching their story, seeing who wins and who loses and all kinds of stuff. And I'm always looking for highlights. But from what I saw, Roundtree kind of put it on him, and that's what he did. Like his fight against Pierre was one of the best fights, dude. That was entertaining. He went to war, and the photos afterwards, the photos were sick. Dude looked like a Borderlands fucking head on a pike. Dude, it was insane. But that Jamal Hill's washed after that. I don't know what Alex did to him after he just took that belt from him, but he's washed. And I'm sorry, I was a fan of him. He looks like Juice WRLD to me, but I don't know. He talks a lot, and I feel like he's going through a lot. But maybe he might come back. He might come back one day. He seems like he's got good hands. Last week I was talking about John Jones and Tom Aspinall, which I've been anticipating. Dana White gave John Jones, I think, 2 weeks to make up his mind. Like, hey, fight Tom. We'll give you whatever money you want. Just say yes, dude. And John said no. So Dana White said, okay, you're retired. It's time for you to retire. Like, you're not going to have any other fight unless you choose this, because Tom Aspinall, I feel like he really deserves it. That's my personal opinion. He's the intern. Technicality, fight the intern, dude. You have to. But also, there's speculation that John Jones is also retiring. They say it's because he's acting and he did some promo for like some sports drink type thing. But also, he's had some stuff go on in, what was it? I think it was Mexico or New Mexico, or no, it was in Albuquerque. It was in Albuquerque, New Mexico, where he apparently abandoned a scene and left a drunk girl. And the drunk girl told the cop to call John Jones, and he did. John Jones answered the phone and started threatening him, and it's on the body cam and everything. And so John Jones is once again facing some kind of charge. And like, dude, yeah, he won so many fights, and he's undefeated. But also, there's a lot of people saying you can't be the GOAT if you wear on peds. He's tested positive for so many things. He was testing hot when he was younger. He was getting into so many things, and it's like the greatest of all time would be something that's kind of a role model if you think about it. Like, I've been thinking about what I said about Merab. Merab could be one of the greatest of all time. His resume has been insane, and he's defending his title right now. It seems like nobody in his division will be able to stop him. You got to give him his cred. And like I said, I saw a video of him climbing a mountain on the side of the street. That's what goats do, like literal goats. Makes sense. But John Jones seems to not be able to stay out of anything. And dude, you could have just fought Aspinall, made your money, covered up this whole thing. Everybody would have been excited. We watched you fight Stipe, and that was just kind of sad. Like, it just seemed like you just wanted to beat up a man that would let his fighting past go. Like, it was sad. In other fighting news, I think this happened like last night, but the notorious Liver King, I don't know if you know who the Liver King is, the guy who, he has a Netflix documentary about him now. Take a second to think about that. That dude has a Netflix series. Not like they supplied cameras and stuff for him, but like there's a docuseries about how he created this whole life about being healthy and eating only liver and eating this crazy diet and not taking steroids and being like the caveman of all caveman, like the peak physique of eating red meat. But it turns out he was just off steroids. And now he's apparently like losing his mind. Like, I saw a video of him with a bunch of guns threatening to kill Joe Rogan, or if he doesn't fist fight him man to man. And he's apparently been arrested for threatening him online because it's so obvious. That's such an in the bag thing. And could you imagine Liver King in jail? You know he's not, like, do you think he's gonna be kind of like, the steroids are gonna wear off and he's gonna get kind of feminine? Because I've been watching Fight Club to go to sleep. It's a long movie. It's a good movie to go to sleep to. But also, the first rule of Fight Club is don't talk about Fight Club. But before they get in the Fight Club, they have that character that was on steroids and had boobs. So I wonder if Liver King was in this situation to where he goes to jail for a really long time. He's not getting his supply of red meat. He's just getting his supply of real meat, and he starts getting boobs, and then he's popular. Or the other way this could go is that he would be like the white dragon of the Aryan Brotherhood. Like, I don't know if some of you have watched the Peacemaker series, the HBO Max series with John Cena, but his dad is like the king of the Aryan Brotherhood in the prison, and he's like super racist. Like, that's his superpower, is being racist, which is most people's superpower in the South anyways. And like, he has a whole suit that's a white dragon. It's pretty badass. It's like an Iron Man dragon type thing. And it's like, dude, it's kind of scary. We got to stop that guy. But I think that it's either that's the way Liver King could go, because he's not going to be accepted into any other community. Not at all. He's not. He's going to try to play basketball or something, and they're going to trip him up and his bones are going to shatter or something. He's going to try to probably fight everybody. He's going to be like the Red Hulk in Captain America, A Brave New World, dude. He's going to be... Dude, he's scary looking. I saw some videos of him and he had like wounds on his face and he's just like crazy looking, threatening Joe Rogan like multiple times. There's videos. He's talking about shitting on the floor of his bathroom. He's like, this is the thing where I cleanse my butt. This is my cleanse the butt thing. And I'm like, dude, you're fucking insane. I think the steroids have gotten to his head. I think his family left him. Everything. It's just crazy that like all these people made money off social media and people watching this, and now they're just losing their mind. Like I feel like celebrities in a sense are losing their mind recently. And I know I sound like I'm preaching to the choir, but like there are like recession indicators that are happening. Like there are big time actors that we're seeing in like these commercials, these ads on YouTube. Like you see these big named actors for like a Citibank credit card or a Vaseline commercial. Are these actors not getting like actual work? Acting is a crazy job because at that point it's like, hey dude, what would you do for this fat check? Would you be gay on camera? Jake Gyllenhaal? Would you be gay? For the bag they probably made off that? I don't know. I'm about to reach 30. I'd do it. I'd get you, Jake Gyllenhaal. R.I.P. Heath. But acting's insane. I've been watching a lot of movies recently, and one of my favorite movies of all time is Tropic Thunder. And I feel like a lot of people can agree with that. It's a funny movie. Almost every joke lands. And the writing has jokes like every 5 minutes. That's an amazing movie. And it's one of the only movies that an actor to this day can still get away with blackface. Because Robert Downey Jr. does such a good job at like pointing it out and then making fun of it. And they just do a whole good job at committing to the bit of that. And it's such a good movie in general. It's one of my favorite. And it's crazy that there was a time where people were allowed to do things like that and people don't even bat an eye at it. Because I also watched the movie Don't Mess with the Zohan the other day, where Adam Sandler literally gets really buff for this movie to brownface and do an Indian / Bollywood accent. Like he does a whole Bollywood movie, and it's pretty hilarious. And it speaks on like some kind of real stereotypes that even people of that culture could watch and be like, damn, yeah, true. And it's funny, but it's crazy like to compare those two movies that like actors can get away with. Like who wins in this battle? RDJ's blackface or Adam Sandler's brownface? You know who never wins? Jimmy Kimmel's blackface. It's just been a crazy week, dude. I think at work I'm about to get a promotion. I have some classes for some certifications this upcoming month. My schedule's changing. My schedule's changing back to where I have Wednesday, Thursday off days. And I think that's going to be good because those are some of the times I get to go spend with my boys in Auburn. Shout out to Scott, DBB, JD. I love spending time with them, and this past month I haven't been able to see any of them, and dude, it's been hard. I miss my boys. I miss performing with them. And so that's why I even had to start this podcast, because I have no outlet. But next month, my off days hopefully will stay that from now on so I can kind of perform. And even I'm recording these episodes on Wednesday mornings because I'm comfortable with Wednesdays and Thursdays being my off days. But I'm excited for that. And we got a lot of shows next month with some good comedians. It's going to be a lot of fun. What was I going to say? But work's been fine. I'm up for a promotion. Like a lot of people have been telling me like, hey, you're getting this promotion. I'm like, oh, that's cool. We'll see when it happens. But they're wanting to put me on a different shift. And I don't know, man, it's a lot. I'd have to get a good schedule, like to where I could work something out. Like it'd really have to be worth it because they keep changing my schedule. Like I have a daughter, man. I have a wife I want to spend time with. So I don't know. It's stressful, but I'm making it. I'm enjoying it. I think it'd be good to have a promotion and make more money. And I think I'm to the point where I like making money. Making money's good. It's good to be able to just buy what I want and do what I want. So, but it's been fine. I've been having to deal with some crazy things like working at a casino. I like to say working at a casino is every night is playing a Jeopardy game of what drug you're going to see on display tonight. In the South, most of the time, it's just meth. 9 out of 10, but it's fun. But right now I've been dealing with a lot of drunk people, and my job's so weird. Like the other night, I'm pretty sure this woman accused me of stealing money from her somehow, and it didn't make sense. So I went to the family bathroom, which is kind of like secluded. It's like a standalone bathroom because I have shitziety. I like having my own stall. So I go to this one. It's very secluded. I get to take my time. The lighting's right. You know, it has like that lamp lighting. You know what I'm talking about? Lamp lighting's good poop lighting. And I feel like it's noise proof. Like I'm not hearing anything on the outside. Like nobody can hear me. It's nice. I went in there to get ready to do my business, and there was a phone wide open on the toilet paper holder. And I was like, okay, let me finish what I'm doing. I'm going to take this to the Lost and Found. So I finish up, take that phone straight to Lost and Found, tell them I found it in the family bathroom. And then I do a hotel check, which takes me about 30 to 45 minutes. And I get back down, I go back to the hotel door, and I'm talking to my boy at the door, and this woman comes up and goes, hey, has anybody turned in a phone? And I'm like, okay, what kind of phone? Well, it's an Android. I said, what kind of case? She said, it's a black case. I said, yeah, I think I just turned an Android in a black case. I'll go get it and bring it to you. And so she says, okay. So she waits right there. I get her phone and come back. And I hand her, she goes, oh, thank you so much. Where did they find it? And I go, I actually found it in the family bathroom over there. And she goes, wait, you found it? Like you just went and got it? And I was like, no. I said, I went to the bathroom and it was in the bathroom and I took it to Lost and Found. And then when you came and asked me for it, I went and I got it and brought it back to you. She was just looking at me and she was like, that's weird. Like she was giving me that look and I was like, okay, well, there's your phone. Hold on to it. I'm glad I could help you. And so she just stands there and starts looking at her phone and just keeps looking at me while looking at her phone. And she's going to her bank transactions. And she's like, that's weird. I got a charge for $305, but I only got $200 out at this ATM. And I was like, yeah, that's weird. I was like, well, what time does it say you have it? Do you know what time? And she looks at the date and like, it's 2 a.m. And so it's a separate date than what it was 12 o'clock. And these people have been in the casino for hours, like almost a whole, like the people are there longer than the shifts I work. It's pretty sad, but this is what regular. She was like, it says right here on this date, yes, or on the 23rd, I got $305 out but right now it's the 24th. And I was like, yeah, I mean, at 12 o'clock, that's when it turns the 24th. And she was like, but I lost my phone at like 12 or so. And now it's saying that I got 305 and I only got 205. And I was like, well, ma'am, sorry that happened, but you can contact the support on the thing and give them a call and put in, email them or something. I was like, if I get surveillance involved, they're not going to be able to confirm what amount you got unless you have a receipt with a time and how much you got out. She was like, oh, no, I never get a receipt. I'm like, well, then I really can't do anything because that's kind of going to be a dead end. And so she just keeps like berating me and she's like accusing me because like, I guess she didn't understand that I can talk my way out of things to where it's like, hey, this makes sense. Like, I don't know what. And she was giving me like these accusing vibes and she kept berating me to where I like walked out to the valet guy. And I was like, this woman's like, she won't leave me alone about this stuff. And she immediately comes up to me and like, is just like looking at me. And she's like puckering her lips and like looking at my name. And it's like, so yeah, it's really weird. I got like I'm missing $100. And I was like, yeah, that's weird. Like, that might be something with your bank. And like, she just kept talking to me about it. And I was like, dude, I just got to the point where I was like, do I need to get my supervisor? Because I feel like this is kind of like you're accusing me of something. She was like, yeah, I think you need to. And I was like, okay. So I got my supervisor. My supervisor got off his 30 to come talk to this woman. And right when he came up, he was like, how can I help you? And she was like, actually, I think I have it all figured out. I think I know what it was. Thank you. And like walked away. And I was like, dude, I'm sorry. I was like, I'm sorry that I had to get you down here, but this woman was like accusing me of stealing money from her. And I was like, this doesn't make sense. And like, how could I get money from an ATM if I don't know your PIN number? And dude, it was wild. This job, you see so many things. And they were telling me today that we're apparently going to up our security level to where we're going to be able to get hands on. So I was like, shit, do I get paid more? Like if I start doing jiu-jitsu and getting like belt levels, like if I get a black belt, can I get like a $10 raise? Like I'll be out there throwing people and bodying people on the ground. Or I can start doing Muay Thai and just like piece people up. I'm out there kicking people in the head to get out of the casino. That'd be sick. Dude, I would love my job then. I'd have to get Scott Walker to get a part-time job there just to watch him fight people. He's a registered weapon. I may need to get him involved. But yeah, anyways, this was episode 2 of the weekly rotation. I'm enjoying doing this. I'm gonna be honest, I was laying in bed before doing this, just falling asleep. And I had to tell my wife to tell me to do this because I was not motivated to do it. But I'm glad I did. I hope people who listen to it enjoy it. I hope this thing grows because this is something I've been wanting to do for a long time. I'm passionate about it. I got some shows coming up. Mentioned them in the beginning. July 9th, Capri Theater, downtown Montgomery in Old Cloverdale District. It's going to be a fucking fantastic night. Then we're going to be the Creek in the Cave, July 16th at the Forge. You don't want to miss it. Thank you for listening. Ha